Welcome to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with Rebecca Hall Gruyter. In our program each week, we provide the tools, ideas, and encouragement to help you move ahead on your journey, becoming a more powerful and impactful woman in your own life. Now here's your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter.
Welcome, everyone. We are so excited to have you joining us today. And can you believe we are already halfway through August? I'm just shocked at how fast time goes. And this is a great time as we're getting ready to shift with the seasons. And really, I like to start looking at taking center stage and finding our balance and all of that. And as we move into the fall and we move into closer and closer to that fourth quarter, that we're really looking ahead at things. We're setting up systems in ways that are supportive of us and what we're wanting to bring forward. And today we're talking with an amazing expert. I know you're going to enjoy meeting him, learning from him, and he's going to help us really look at our businesses and helping us uncover that hidden value. There's value all around us. And sometimes we get so busy in the doing that we can miss what is right there in front of us. And he is an expert at helping companies and organizations uncover that hidden value and really step into profit, not just profit, but shocking profit. So I'm very excited for our conversation today and really looking at how we can discover that hidden value. And I believe that is in business and in how we are looking at things ourselves. So welcome, everybody. Excited to have you joining us. And as we come together, I want you to get the most out of our time together today. And in order to do so, I invite you to choose to be fully present. That this is your time, an opportunity for us to pour into you, to have you ready, willing, open, deeply breathing in all of that support that is available for you. So often we are leaders and doing and running around doing so much. This is an opportunity you get to pause and receive and be poured into. So let's take a breath together. In through the nose, all the way to your toes, out through your mouth like through a straw. Taking another deep breath in. And just notice how all of that oxygen feels in your body. And then breathing out. As you keep breathing like this, what I picture is that you're breathing in all of this beautiful support and information and insight that's supportive of you. And as you're breathing out, you're releasing what no longer does, creating room and space for more. And as you breathe, not only does it bring in that beautiful oxygen and create room and space, it also helps us become more present so we can actually hear and receive. It lowers our cortisol levels. So again, we are able to become more and more present, more and more clear. Beautiful. So as we create this beautiful, clear space, I invite you to close your eyes. You're absolutely safe. And put one hand on your heart. And I like to put one hand on our head. Let's do our head and our heart today. Taking a breath in, bringing all of us in mindfully and purposely. Heart, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And in this space, what is it that you need today? What is it that will encourage you, empower, support you? What is it you are needing, wanting, looking for, hoping to discover? What is it that you need and are willing to receive? Because you have choice. So what is it that you need today, real time, that you are ready and willing to receive? Beautiful. Let's take that information in. Take another deep breath. Eyes open, back into the room, fully present. and take a moment and write down what was laid on your heart, what it is that you need today. I know when I was thinking about our conversation today and we took this moment to just pause and listen, I'm excited about uncovering hidden value. To discover treasure that we already have, opportunity that we already have that maybe we're just not seeing. That's exciting to me. So I feel excitement as we connect in today and are looking forward to our conversation. I'd love to invite you, Tim, if you want to share when you took a moment to stop, pause, and listen. You've prepared for our time together today. So grateful to have you joining us. And as we pause, what's laid on your heart and spirit to share?
Thank you, Rebecca. And a couple of things came up. One, to make it one word, gratitude and joy came up. So gratijoy, if I can do that.
I love it.
Yeah. I'm so glad to be here. And as I thought about what I need today, it's connection, connected with people, be in conversation, and slowing down to be present is what I need.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. And I love that you've created a new word, gratijoy. That makes me happy.
Yes.
I think that's a beautiful word we can all embrace and bring forward, gratijoy, and really leaning into that connection and being present. We're excited to have that with you today and look forward to all that will unfold in our conversation.
Me too. Thank you, Rebecca.
Absolutely. Thank you. Listeners, curious about what bubbled up for you, what kind of came to the surface as you took a moment to stop and breathe and choose to be fully present. It's amazing sometimes what will come forward when we take a moment to just become present and listen and connect in. So as we go to our first commercial break here, I encourage you to stay present. Really drink in all that is bubbling up, all that is coming forward. Stay in that almost, I don't want to call it a bubble, but a little space. Stay in that space where you are present, open, listening with your heart, with your spirit, with your mind, all of you, and really seeing what's coming up as you connect in and are present. And we'll continue our conversation in just 2 minutes.
Follow Voice America at facebook.com/Voice America for juicy updates from your favorite radio shows and podcasts.
Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit empoweredconnectionstv.com. That's empoweredconnectionstv.com and make the most of an incredible life transformation.
Voice America programs are now available on your favorite connected device, including Amazon, Alexa, and Google Home. Through streams with Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, and iHeartRadio, listening to your favorite show is as easy as saying the show name followed by the word podcast.
Hey, Alexa, play Finding Your Frequency podcast.
If that doesn't work, try adding on TuneIn or on iHeartRadio or on Apple Podcasts.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for speakers wanting to get on more stages. With just one audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities, reach more people, and expand your impact. Finalists get to audition live in front of leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Apply now at speakertalentsearch.com. That's speakertalentsearch.com. We look forward to hearing your message.
It's your world. Motivate, change, succeed. VoiceAmericaEmpowerment.com.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. please send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to empowering women, transforming lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed those 2 minutes and that opportunity to just be present. It can feel so good to just stop and be, and the opportunity to be poured into. So I am thrilled to have all of you joining us today. I know we have lots of great information that we're going to be talking about. And we've built in these breaks on purpose. They're disguised as commercial breaks, and they're actually an opportunity for you to be present and process what is being shared. So you can start to integrate it. Instead of it just going on your to-do list, you actually start to take in and internalize those things that really serve and support you. And then you get to keep breathing out those things that no longer do. And a tip, I invite you to write down, have that piece of paper handy, and write down the things that ping you or pull something forward, or you want to take action on, or something you want to reflect on or go deeper in. This is an opportunity while they're present and fresh to kind of capture some of that information as we go through our time together today. And we'll make sure you know how to connect and go deeper with our amazing guest as well. So all of that is coming. Let me take a moment and introduce Tim a little bit more formally. You got to meet him on a heart level in the opening segment, and we learned a new word, gratitude, which I love. And I am thrilled to more formally introduce Tim to you. So Tim is the founding partner of the ProAction Group, which is an operational consulting firm. He has over 30 years of experience in operational excellence. He shares how to find hidden value in your company and turn it into meaningful growth. He's the author of the upcoming book, Shocking Profit, to be released later this year. And he's absolutely passionate about helping you take your business from a solid place to an exceptional space. So please lean in. Warmly welcome the powerful and dynamic Tim Van Mieghem. Welcome.
I love it. Thank you, Rebecca.
You are welcome. I'm thrilled to have you joining us. And I wanted to start our conversation with why. I always love to learn why this work of helping companies in this way is something that is personally so important to you.
Thank you. And it's evolved over time. When I started doing it, it was fascinating and it was impactful. You can really help a business grow and improve in so many ways. What it's evolved into, though, and what it gets more and more important is this isn't a cost-cutting exercise. We're helping with alignment. And what we end up seeing is the tie between the personal lives of the people who work in a company to the performance of the company. They're closely tied together. All the things we're going to talk about today are things that will help unleash or find the hidden talents and passions of the people in the company. And the outcome is, profitability or performance. But people's lives get changed. At the end of this, when we talk about maybe doing work with somebody, they're focused on the results, the profit, what have you. What we talk about afterwards is, wow, can you believe how, Joe just blossomed after this project, or how Sarah, realized there's something she's really good at and she didn't even know it before. Mm-hmm. And that is the part, the title of the book is Shocking Profit. I wanted to call it Joyful Profit because that's such a core part of what it is when doing it well.
Thank you for sharing this. And I love that. I love that it really is this alignment that is so powerful and impactful. And in a sense, the side effect is the profitability, that going up, all of those things, but that it's really aligning personal and professional business operations and people and talent that can create that and create such amazing opportunities, and that balance can happen and it can be joyful. And I think that's not something that we always put in the same container. Business,
right. Exactly.
Joy, alignment. I love that you do. That is so powerful. And I can hear your excitement and passion that you're really looking at not just numbers and systems, but people within the organization. So I love that. So one of the terms I see in your book, I had an opportunity to read an advanced copy. And I know in many of our conversations, there's this term you call hidden value. Value in a company, uncovering the hidden value. So I'd love for you to share what is this hidden value and why is it important?
If it's okay, I'll use a pop culture reference to explain where this comes from. And it's a lot of fun. So many people hopefully remember the Beverly Hillbillies TV show way back from the 60s. And in it, there's this man named Jed who is a good man. He's got a good life. He's enjoying his life. It's a simple life in the swamps or the farmland in the Ozarks. And he shares it with Granny and his daughter, Ellie Mae, and Jethro. And he's not looking for anything more necessarily, but one day by accident, out hunting, he found out that there's oil underneath his farmland. And his farm went from being worth hundreds of dollars to being worth hundreds of millions of dollars. And that's back in the 60s. So that's saying something. And there are two things that came from that, Rebecca, that blew me away when I thought about it. How much of the oil did Jed add to his land?
None
of it. It was already there. It was always already there. And that is what we're talking about today. It's how do you look at your company from a different perspective, a different angle, what have you, to find out what the true value is and to understand the shocking amount of value that's hidden below the surface. And the second realization is, if somebody found that their farmland was actually an oil field, it would hit the news. It'd be a big deal. It's so rare. It's 1 in a million. It's like winning the lottery. It's not like that with businesses. I've had the good fortune of being able to work in hundreds, maybe over 1,000 different companies over the last 30, 35 years. And if you look at 50 companies, 49 of them don't understand the true value of their company. It's almost every single one. And finding that value, finding and understanding it is the first step to, being able to mine it, to leverage it, to help your people grow and to serve your customers at a higher level.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate that. What's kind of striking me as you, so to speak, as you share that, is if we don't discover that hidden value, then someone else could have discovered there was oil on his property and offered him $1,000 versus, what it's really worth and what's really an opportunity they would benefit versus Jed and his family benefiting. So I think it's so important that we discover what is already there and that we're able to bring that forward. And I feel like this ties into really looking at our gifts and our talents. There's so much within us we sometimes miss, and the world misses out too. So the more we can tap into that within our companies, within ourselves, and bring it forward, the world is a better, richer place for all. We all benefit. So thank you. I love you sharing that story and explaining what you mean by hidden value. Now, is there a common area of hidden value? Because this is fairly broad. It could be all kinds of different things.
Yes.
Is there a common hidden value or a group of common hidden values that you tend to find when you're out there working with companies?
Absolutely. There's I have the top 10 in the book in Shocking Profit, but I did kind of narrow it down to 3 to maybe talk about today to focus on their velocity, capacity, and then supply chain. And combine these three often have dramatic impact and help you understand so much about your organization that focusing on these three will often change everything.
Powerful. So do you mind giving us a little definition of, we can walk through them one by one so we can take notes and take that information in. But I love that you've narrowed down for three for us today. I appreciate that. And that just exploring these could make a big difference for us. So what is velocity?
Yes. So, oftentimes when I talk to someone about improving operations in their company, they think of the word efficiency. And efficiency is basically, can I do what I'm doing with less labor, less effort? And for a lot of companies, labor is not a huge percentage of the cost of the company. If it's a manufacturing company, especially their distribution, many service-related companies, healthcare, there's costs of materials and equipment and overhead that go way beyond labor. So efficiency is not going to often be a game changer, but velocity means how much more can we do with our existing resources, with our time. And what we find often is, I'll give you an example. We did an assessment for a company that was looking to do a major expansion. They were growing. They're contract manufacturer of nutraceuticals, so pills and supplements and things like that. And they were growing so much during COVID that the management team went back to the owner and said, "Hey, we need a new factory. We're growing so fast. It's a good news story overall." And they decided that it wasn't in their best interest to make that investment. So they sold the company to our client. And as our client was looking at it, they asked us to take a look at the factory. And what we found, Rebecca, is that even though the management team thought they were out of capacity, when we actually defined it, they were at closer to 40%. A lot of that related to velocity, that they were running 24/7, but they were running slower than they could be running.
Let me just make sure I'm following and understanding. So velocity is looking at capacity and efficiency and how everything is working together to really produce or bring forward as much as it can. So capacity is one component of that, but velocity is working and looking at it all together. Is that a correct understanding?
It's such a great way to look at it, Rebecca, that, at the end of the day, it's about, output, how quickly can we serve our customer, get it through our system. And when we can speed up that process, we're able to sell more to our existing customers or offer things that we may not be offering today. There's another really quick example.
Sure.
Good. Taking a tour through a chocolate factory. And it was so fun. They were very proud of their plant, and they should be. It was a beautiful plant. And the plant manager, we came up to the area where they were taking the chocolate bars off the line and putting them into boxes. And there was about 12 people working on it. And he pointed at a lady and he goes, "See this lady over here, Elsa?" And I'm like, "Yes, I see her." He goes, he was so proud of her because she packs chocolate bars twice as fast as everything else. The guy's on the line, she beats everybody else. But it never dawned on him, the plant manager, that we should take, instead of, it's great to be proud of her, you should be, but standardize what she's doing and have everybody do it the way she does it. Making that change, they were able to produce more chocolate in the same amount of time.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. And it just gives us some really good food for thought, so to speak, that we can be thinking about, and how we're looking at things. And that the other thing I'm really hearing as you're sharing these examples is the importance of kind of taking a look at everything with new eyes, kind of evaluating what you have, what's working well. Let's step back for a moment, take a look at it and see, does that having to open a new manufacturing plant, is that the only option? Or can we model after one of our star performers, how they're doing things and bring that forward can make such a huge difference for our businesses. We are getting ready to go to our next commercial break. And as we do so, listeners, I want you to really think about what Tim has shared and how do some of these things that are being brought forward as we talk about velocity and capacity and those patterns or ways that things are doing things that are so powerful, how can we bring more of that forward? And we'll look forward to continuing our conversation in just 2 minutes.
A little birdie told me Voice America is on X. Follow us at Voice America TRN.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for speakers wanting to get on more stages. With just one audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities, reach more people, and expand your impact. Finalists get to audition live in front of leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Apply now at speakertalentsearch.com. That's speakertalentsearch.com. We look forward to hearing your message.
Have you become a member yet? Sign up now to become a member of Voice America. It's always free and easy. Plus, you get to take advantage of some great member benefits. Get unlimited access to millions of hours of on-demand content across all of our channels. Keep track of your favorite episodes, shows, and hosts in your own customizable library. Find out what shows you might be interested in based on your favorites. Plus, you get insider access with our newsletter. Membership gives you more. Sign up at voiceamerica.com and click register at the top right.
Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit empoweredconnectionstv.com. That's empoweredconnectionstv.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation.
It's your world. Motivate, change, succeed. VoiceAmericaEmpowerment.com.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you have some great notes on your notepad there or the paper that you're reflecting on. Some things you're going to maybe take a look at. I found when I had the opportunity to read Tim's book, and I learn every time I talk to him. But when I had the book and I got to go through, I really had so many of my perspectives expanded. And all the things that I do, I had pages of notes as I was reflecting on my businesses and what I'm doing, how I'm looking at things. So I found it really helpful to have that opportunity and a gift. And so I'm really excited to have Tim joining us where he can share a little bit about the book, let you know when it's coming out. And some of these things that we've been talking about, he goes into more depth in the book. So we want to make sure you know about it. It's coming out soon. And with that, Tim, I'm going to have you share the title of your book. And we'd love to know, before we get into the content too much, why you wanted to bring this book forward, because bringing a book forward is a big undertaking. So I'd love for you to share the book title and why.
Yes. Yeah. The title is Shocking Profit, and Discovering the Hidden Value, Growing Leaders. And another aspect of it too is turning around even the best companies for ethical and joyful profit. And the why, I shared it a little bit at the beginning, and why I'm so excited about it is because this value is already there, and it does so much for it's customer focused, it's employee focused, and it views like kind of, I think about happiness as a good outcome. It's a bad goal, right? You get happiness by serving, by being present, like you've talked about today. Profitability comes when you align how you treat your employees, their systems and tools and processes with what your customers want. Mm-hmm. And the book is designed to help with that, to highlight the areas where profit and performance and all these areas hide. Mm-hmm. And there's a number of very common areas where the value hides in a company. And second, the second aspect of the book is about acceptance. And it's even if we know about a problem or know something is important in a goal, it's not the same as deciding to pursue it. And part of the second aspect of this book is helping the reader. How do you get your people and your team on board? Mm. How do you get people excited to embrace something so scary as change? And there is a way to do it. And then the third aspect, this is the icing on the cake. It's so exciting. Is about implementation or action. And ironically, when I describe and we talk through all the things that lead to shocking profit and improvement, at the end of the book, the last couple of sentences are, now that you understand this, it is my sincere hope that you do not do it. What I do hope is that your teams do. Mm-hmm. And that third section is about how to use what you see, the hidden value you find, and the work you want to do to pursue the improvements as an excuse to develop your team, to empower your team and your people, rather than doing it yourself. You talked at the beginning about peace and presence, right? And to be able to calm down as a leader, whether you're the owner, the CEO, or you're leading a department, one way to do it is to not try to be doing everything yourself. Mm-hmm. And it's that is the strategic way to use this book. It identifies excuses to allow you to pursue developing leaders in your own company.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. I can feel your passion, your excitement, the vision that you have, that you are wanting to bring forward. And I love that this book not only gives this information and helps people uncover the hidden value, it also helps them implement it and be able to empower their teams and organizations even more and align them to a common vision. So it's not all on that leader, whether it's the leader of the company or department, to be doing it all, but actually helping empower the team to do all the things that need to be done and have it in alignment, and really tapping into that hidden value that is already there. Oh,
well, one insight, if I could, on that,
please, sure,
is I think what I hope it becomes part of this is that the business leaders and owners will realize that their company is really in the business of developing leaders mm-hmm. that serve their customers.
Beautiful. I'm writing that down. Developing leaders that serve their customers.
Yep.
Very good. Love it. So when is this book coming out? How is it working? Let us know the details of that, because I know it's coming out soon.
Yes, October 7th. It is coming out, and it will be available. Go to the website, checkingprofit.com, and Amazon as well. And that's the Kindle version. Later in October, we'll have the hard copy version.
Perfect. So I heard October 7th is the date it'll be released. And listeners, I love to let you know when books are coming out. So here's an opportunity. On October 7th, this book will be coming out, and there's a special rate of $1.99 for the first 24, possibly 48 hours that you can lean into and get that digital copy. Could be a great gift for friends and colleagues as well. Stocking stuffer. You you could get early. So just mark that date on your calendar, because I know that $1.99 is just for that limited time for people to lean in and get a copy. We'll be helping promote and share it out as well. And then you mentioned they could go to your website to get on the list as well as on the day it's released to get a copy.
Yes.
Is that correct? Do you mind giving your full website?
So, and if it's okay, I'll give two. For the book itself, it's www.shockingprofit.com.
Perfect.
And the company is the ProAction Group, and that's www.proactiongroup.com.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. Thank you. So we've got both, and that way we can get more of Tim as well and his company, because I know he's raising up leaders within the company as well. So his team and company, as well as the book coming forward and all the different things that he is bringing forward and bringing to the world. So I'm very excited, and I'm curious, as the book is just around the corner. October 7th is the release date. Is there something you are particularly excited, looking forward to, an intention you want us to join with you in lifting up and sharing out in the world as you bring this book forward?
You mean like in terms of the message?
Sure, the message, or just something as it can even be this, I really hope this happens, or here's an intention I have in bringing it forward.
Yes. Well, the intention I have is I feel like an evangelist on this topic. I mean, there's certainly, I want to grow my company, but the real passion you hear comes because this is such a freeing concept and a joyful one, a powerful one. It's true. Everything that we're not, what we put in the book is all principle based. It's been demonstrated year after year, century after century. There's really nothing new in here. It's all applying and bringing it together. And so I'm very excited about the message getting out, people reading it. There'll also be the Audible version coming out closer to the end of the year. And we'll be, speaking on this topic at conferences, associations as well, and spreading the word.
I love it. So it feels like this is the beginning, in a sense, that you are bringing this information to the world, to a global market, in new ways for people to embrace it and have it available in so many different forms, and spreading and speaking and teaching and leading in it. So it's exciting to see this it's not a beginning of the information, it's the beginning of it being available in this form and being able to ripple out in so many different ways. That's so exciting. And it's such transformational information, and it's such a different perspective. I mean, and listeners, just to go back, because we've covered a lot of information, is going back to this concept of this alignment that this book and Tim's work is helping you create in your business and your life, and discovering that value that's already there.
Amen. Exactly.
I just want us to drink that in, remind us, because sometimes we start talking about profits and other things. For some of us, we get excited, and for others, we're like, woo. So I love to bring back kind of what this is really about and what it can do for you, for your company, your organization, by tapping into that hidden value, aligning your team and your company. You can have that impact that you are wanting to have in the world. And Tim's work and what he does can help you do that. Anything you would add to that?
I love what you said. I don't have anything else to add. I think you said it very well.
Oh, thank you. I get a gold star. I like gold stars.
You do.
Beautiful. Well, I so appreciate you joining us. I know that it is such a busy time when you're looking at a book coming forward. It truly is a birthing process. Yes. And it can accelerate. And I really, as you get closer and closer, so I appreciate you taking the time to talk with us today. And as you reflect on our conversation, what is bubbling up, or is there a tip or piece of advice that you want to give our listeners? For example, a question I have is, as we look at velocity and we look at capacity and we look at alignment and we look at all these different things in value that we've talked about, where's a good place to start?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Thank you. The 2-word answer is get curious.
Nice.
And I want to pull it out a little bit. It is amazing what you learn and see when you observe, when you're present. You talked about being present today. Be present. Go to where the work is being done in your company. Watch them take an order. Watch them develop a quote. Watch them interact with a customer. If it's a factory, watch the process of it getting made and ask questions to understand. No judgment. Replace judgment with curiosity. It's just simply to understand. And that is where almost all of the ideas and, kind of eruptions of understanding that potential come from. On top of that, spending time being present with your people, with your team, also builds the relationship and their support. The ideas that are going to end up changing a company's world, they're already there too. Your team already has most of the ideas, but it's not their job necessarily to explain them. They may have learned to not talk about it because, they could have been shut down on it in the past. So the best thing to do, the best place to start is to be present, go to the floor, go to the showroom, go to the, waiting room in if it's a healthcare company where the work's being done, observe, be present, ask questions, give honest compliments when you can, ask questions to understand deeper and to understand what the complexities are or the constraints that they face, their challenges. What would they do if they were, in charge of the entire company? What would they do different? It's amazing what you learn, and it's amazing how much people appreciate this. If I can give one more thought on this, it's one of my favorite parts, Rebecca, about my job. You want to know what my job is? I get to go to companies and connect with people and learn how they do what they do and, how to help them achieve their goals. I spend my whole day connecting with people. It is such a joy. It's so much fun. And that's my encouragement to the listeners today is get curious.
Thank you. So powerful. As you're saying that, my mind is getting curious about different things. So good. Yeah. So good. Thank you for sharing that. That is a really powerful, beautiful place to start. I love that, being curious, not judging, just curiosity, understanding, getting ideas, and then you can take that information and make decisions and expand or bring practices forward. Is such a great place. And, it's so true. I was thinking some of the really great ideas or things that have shifted our business have come from our team as they go in there and they're helping customers or different things and say, hey, I noticed this keeps happening. What about this idea? Or what if we try this? Those things have made such a big difference in our company, in the experience of our clients, and us being able to take things to the next level. So I love this. Get curious. Powerful advice, an easy takeaway. Thank you. Yes. Because there have been lots of great takeaways. We are getting ready to go to our next commercial breaks. As we do so, listeners, think about all that Tim has shared. Get curious, write down some thoughts, and we'll continue our conversation in just 2 minutes.
Voice America is on LinkedIn. Connect with us today.
Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit empoweredconnectionstv.com. That's empoweredconnectionstv.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation.
You need to live up to your full potential. You've heard that for years, but now there's a channel to help you get there. Introducing the Voice America Empowerment Channel. Our listeners have told us that they want to be motivated, hear about success stories, and positive encouragement around the clock. And we've responded to you. The Voice America Empowerment Channel is the home of the world's top life coaches, entrepreneurs, and success experts. Listen to the Voice America Empowerment Channel. It's here at voiceamericaempowerment.com.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for speakers wanting to get on more stages. With just one audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities, reach more people, and expand your impact. Finalists get to audition live in front of leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Apply now at speakertalentsearch.com. That's speakertalentsearch.com. We look forward to hearing your message.
Find out what makes the most successful people tick. Keep listening to the Voice America Empowerment Channel. voiceamericaempowerment.com.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you have a page or multiple pages of notes that are getting curious, and I hope excited and motivated, and really putting on that exploring hat of getting curious to see, wow, what hidden value do I have here? What do people have to say? What is really going on there? How can we make things even more aligned? What a powerful way to step forward in our day, in our life, and in our businesses. So I feel like there's so many crossovers in the business as well as who we are as people that we can look at there and start to apply and bring forward. And my tip in this is don't just put it on the paper there and someday I'm going to maybe the someday list, maybe never get to, but really what is a step you can take today? What is one step? Even if it's a baby steps count. It's still moving in the direction. So one step that you can take today to start to get curious or to start to move forward in these things. Maybe it's putting October 7th on your calendar and to be curious as you start to look around a little bit more. What are the things you can start to put into your way of being starting today, starting now, as a result of our conversation today? Because we have today, you have now, you have this opportunity to really bring these things forward, because it's not an accident that you tuned in today. There's really something for you here to drink in, to receive, and to take action on. So with that, Tim, I just wanted to see if you had a final thought or share on your heart, and then I'd love for you to share all of your contact information so we can get more of Tim, we can get on your list, we can go deeper and get curious about where all of that can go as well.
Wonderful. I love it. And, you know, the first tip was to get curious. And like you said, it's simple. It's physical. You know, I'm going to throw one out too that is a little bit more of a mind, diving in from a mindful perspective, and it's to understand how your company makes money. And I know that may sound self-evident, or, it's really simple. We sell product or we sell a service, and then we have, less cost than than sales. So we end up with money. But it's so much more than that. Understand there's fixed costs that don't change with how much you sell or how much work you do. There's variable costs. There's things you can control, things you don't control. I remember this talking to a friend who's in the business of buying companies. That's what he does. He buys companies. And I asked him, what's the most important thing you do? And he goes, you know what I do? All I do is go in and I understand how they make money. That is the start, the foundation for converting. Like, so much of what we talked about today is so strong and powerful in building up people, helping them fully explore what they're capable of doing and the value they get to bring to their customers, to each other, to the world. Understanding how you make money allows you then to convert all of that into actually the business side of it. Having good, strong profits, money to reinvest in your business, money to live a good life, to all the things that go with it. And it's something that surprisingly is uncommon.
I love this. I always, I was a financial advisor for many, many years, and I worked with individuals, I worked with companies, and the starting place was always to know your numbers, not about, I think, estimate something. It's like this. No, let's really get specific and know your numbers. And it was always a little bit squiggly and uncomfortable, I found, for people. But when they did it, they would discover so much about their business, about their personal cash flow situation. Suddenly, things that were mysterious or confusing faded away, and it became very clear. And then decisions could be made to align things even more. And almost always they became empowered. And so it was so helpful for them to know their numbers. And that makes so much sense that within a company, know your numbers, know what brings in the money, what those costs are, just know the numbers. And then you're empowered to make shifts or changes as needed, or grow in different areas. And it can be different than what we think it is. Very true.
Yes. Well said. That being different than what you think it is such a big part of this, that it's better to know things than to not know them, but worse than not knowing is to believe something to be true that's not true. Because then you make, as an example, understanding which of your products are truly profitable or what makes them profitable, which ones are not, will change how you decide to prioritize, what your people spend their time on, what you talk about with customers. And it's there for the taking. It's there to find out.
Beautiful. I love that. So get curious. That still falls under curiosity.
Yes, it does. It all starts there.
I love it. And really understanding what makes money within your business, what is profitable, what those numbers are, how they flow, without judgment, but with really getting clear on what those are.
Yes.
Thank you, Tim. Great information. And I'd love for you to run through when your book is coming out in case anyone missed it. They have it on their calendar, the full title, and the link or the site where they can get on your list and track things around the book. First, to get that special link, to get that deal the day of release, as well as ways people can connect with you, go deeper.
I love it. So October 7th, Shocking Profit will be coming out on Amazon, and you can go to www.shockingprofit.com. And you can reach me by going to our website at ProActionGroup.com, and I'll share my personal email, TVM, which are my initials, Timothy Victor Michael, TVM at ProActionGroup.com.
Perfect. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it, and being available to our listeners in that way. What a gift. So he doesn't give out that personal email very often. So make note of that. And I also wanted to share, for those of you who are really looking to bring your book forward and you have questions, there might be questions as we've talked about books and Tim's beautiful book that you wonder about. Soft cover, hardcover, how do you publish, all those different things. We've created a special series that is our gift to you today for those of you who have questions and would like to get really good information about bringing your message and your book forward. If you go to Emerging Author Series with an S, Emerging authorseries.com, there's a collection of 9 different ebooks that we have put together to answer all of the questions that we get around publishing and audibles and launches. And I have it written now all those different things to really support you in bringing your message forward. So any authors out there or soon to be authors, I'd love to make that available to you at emergingauthorseries.com. And Tim, I just want to thank you for spending time with us today. All of this wonderful information. I'm taking that Get Curious with me forward. What a gift that is to use as a lens as we look at things. I wish you great success in the release of your book as it goes out there and ripples out into the world in all its different formats.
Thank you, Rebecca.
Absolutely. And listeners, I want to thank you for joining in, tuning in. I hope you have a great page of notes, if not multiple pages, that you're getting curious and exploring and even starting to think about those numbers so you can really understand how things are working, what is bringing money in, how is that working within your business. And then I absolutely recommend this book. October 7th, it'll be available, and it'll help you take that information that you are learning and help you take it to the next level so you can really uncover that hidden value within your company and organization. I hope as you get ready to go forward and you go out into the day, you take a few moments right now to really choose that action plan. What's the next step you're going to take? And that as you choose how you're stepping forward, that you do so in a way that is fully aligned with who you are. The day doesn't get to be in charge. I always remind you of that. You're in charge, not the day. You get to choose your next step. So do so mindfully and purposely. And I hope that you choose to bloom where you're planted and shine. Have an amazing week, everyone, and we'll talk to you next time.
Thank you for joining us this week for Empowering Women, Transforming Lives. Please tune in again for another edition with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter, next Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Pacific, on the Voice America Empowerment Channel, with a replay on Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern and 1 p.m. Pacific on the Voice America Variety Channel. Have a beautiful week, and may you always bloom where you're planted and shine.